Oh, yes! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Enclave Media Hub. It's the hub as usual. I am your host, Usama Dim. Today we have someone who is special, who is extraordinary, a DOP, a director of photography. Let's run through our sponsors' advert.
You say 1,000 words, just enough to fill my ears, to make them go blushing red. I don't know how you do it, it's just the way you lay them out. It's a poem for my heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Enclave Media Hub. It's the hub as usual. Today we have an extraordinary lady who is among those that they call the super ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a DOP who has surfaced in movies or series like Baanti, Sanyu, Tendo Sisters, name it. She's going to explode more of what we are going to be talking about today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nayiti Hajara. Yes, Hajara. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Hajara, for those people who don't know you, Wani.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Wa
barakatuh.
alaikum salam wa
My name is Hajara Nanyiti Seguya. I'm a DOP, cinematographer, you would say, or a camera woman. I'm married. I hold a diploma from the Mariam Dege Film and Performing Arts Center. I hold a degree from Makerere University, Bachelor's of Tourism, that I don't practice anyway. I'm a mother of one beautiful girl.
So Hajara, what inspires you to be a DOP?
I think I was inspired by the fact that it was a men's job, I would say.
Okay.
By the time I entered the field, I wasn't seeing any woman in it. So in me, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. Actually, by then, I was kind of tomboy, or okay, I was there in between. I started as an actor from the same school still, but I didn't feel it that much. Then I joined the technical class where I did the other technical class of the Mufa Park School. We have editing, sound, and cinematography.
Okay.
So I started off my career with editing. Unfortunately, I couldn't handle it because, first of all, it was boring. Second of all, you could see mistakes every time you open up the suit, every time. Then once you're off, you will not work that day. You'll not have the motive to work. So I decided to drop it. Then I continued with the cinematography bit. I didn't do any sound. I didn't have love for it. Oh, I think I did. How do they call it? Audio recording.
Okay.
Studio audio recording. Yeah, I did that. The first bit of bw'oba oyagala okumanya entege empeereza y'obudde nyigeemu. Bw'oba oyagala, it's on your phone. If you press over *1, I don't even remember it, but it's still on your phones.
Okay.
So I did that. It was paying well, but okay, it was boring. I could sleep in the studio, literally. I could press record and I sleep. So I didn't find fun in it. Later on, I picked up with cinematography and I found it fun.
Okay, that's wonderful. So how and which movies were which first movie did you capture as a DOP?
The first movie, like movie, not series. I first did Nsali.
Okay.
It was a very beautiful movie. I used a Canon 60D. It was a trends movie.
Okay.
And it was so beautiful. And the first day it showcased in cinema, I felt like I've made it in life. Nga toyina kyongamba.
Okay.
Nga nzaaliko. Then there I went for series. I did Tendo Sisters season 7. Tendo Sisters is so long. 7 and 6, I don't remember.
Okay.
I did Baanti season 1 and season 2. I did Jero's season 1 and season 2. I don't remember.
Okay.
I did I don't know. Oh, I was the editor of Belated Trouble. It was an it was an Mnet production.
Oh.
Mnet production and Mnet. whatever.
Or you also do editing, yeah?
Yes, but I said I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah. I did editing for Belated Travel, Tender Sisters season 5. Then I did some edits, but I couldn't feel them. So I had to skip that.
Okay.
So here I am. I'm a camera operator at Sanyu series, currently showing on Pearl Magic Prime 148 and Pearl Magic. What's the number for
That's
Pearl?
wonderful.
I don't know. Then I've worked on some future movies that are not yet out. They're still under production, so I can't mention them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So, Hajara, who is a DOP, by the way? Kubanga twagala tumanyire ddala in the depth of a DOP. How do you handle your life as a DOP? Obudde bukedde ku makya. Yes, you're on set. How do you handle your life?
There's a difference between my life and set life. Hajara on set is totally different from Hajara at home.
Okay.
So there is a life between Hajara DOP and Hajara's Hajara, regardless of me being a wife or anything of a sort. So a DOP, I would say, is a person who works. Oh, sorry, you don't touch the mic. Sorry. I would say a DOP is a person who tells a story through creative images, and that person works hand in hand with the director, because I believe the director is the second in command after the writer, because the writer is like the god. So the god creates the world and leaves it with the other people who can tone it down.
Okay.
So DOP has, being a DOP or cinematographer is diverse, because you'll work with the lights people, you'll work with the sounds people, you'll work with the director, and then you'll work with your frame, your camera.
Okay.
Because it's you who creates, it's you who chooses what you want. It is me, the DOP or the cinematographer, who says that I wouldn't like that lighting.
Okay.
Regardless of how beautiful you think it is, you, the lights person, I can say I won't work with that, or I will work with that.
Okay.
And it is me who will tell the sound person that la pere yo DJ wonjiraba. So that is the DOP bit. Then for the Hajara bit, it's totally different from the DOP, because I'm just me. And if you find me on set, being a camera person or a DOP or anything, your first encounter will be, I do not want to meet that person again. Because I rarely smile, and when I do, I'll laugh at the tiniest bit that you do. Every simple mistake you make, I'll laugh at, and you'll curse yourself. You'll never want to work with me. But when you start working with me,
by the bagamba oli mukambwe nnyo ku set. Kiva ku ki? Lwakuba oli mukyala oba? No, lwakuba oli mukyala, because you don't want them to downsize you, because this is a job for men.
Not really. Personally, before you see me, before you be close to me,
Okay.
you never know my other side. I'm a person who jokes a lot. Like I can even joke up. I can look at you and start laughing. At the end of the day, if because of inferiority, that is, if you have it, if you have that little bit character, you feel like omukazi ampisizamu amaaso ansekeredde akoze wati. But at the end of the day, when you start recalling about what happened during that day, you start laughing at yourself.
Okay.
So I think I'm a rowdy person. My husband says I'm rowdy.
Okay.
He says, you're so rowdy. I'm loud. I laugh a lot. I joke a lot. But at the same time, I'm a serious person. So
Okay.
it depends on which mood you find me in.
So which directors do you feel comfortable with working with in terms of the different movies that you've really been a DOP?
I have no special person that I would love to work with.
Yeah.
As long as you're a movie creator or a director or anything of a sort, as long as you're in my line of work, I work with anyone and everyone is welcome.
Who have you which director have you ever felt so comfortable with? Tebagenda kugoba ku mulimu.
But
Yes.
Sibalaba, I'm comfortable with everyone.
Okay.
As long as we get to a mutual understanding,
Okay.
as long as you know that I'm rowdy and I'm loud, all that,
Okay.
trust me, I can work with you. Unless if you do not get to know the me in me.
Yeah.
Hautubaye tujja kwatagana. But if you do, I'm comfortable. I've worked with Hajara, I've worked with Matthew, I've worked with Mariam, I've worked with... Have I worked with Osama Mukwaya? Yes, I have. So at least I've worked with the young and the old. So I can fit in all generations.
So you know how to judge them a little bit.
Yep, and before I start being rowdy or jumpy or loud, I first study the environment. I can be with you for a month and you don't hear a word from me.
Okay.
But I can be with you in weeks. Everybody's like, banayo lekana, banayo kolabo. So
True.
it really depends on the person.
Oh, so as a DOP, have you ever worked on low budget productions?
Yeah.
And how have you handled them?
From where we trained from, the first thing that makes you a DOP or that makes you qualify, is it the word? Echikufula.
Yeah.
Echikufula omukenkufu obe yasomerayo.
Yeah.
Ekisookera ddala bugumiikiriza, ekyokubiri discipline, ekyokusatu kukolera mu any working condition. Ojja kwesanga nga bakuwadde ennaku 3 ez'okushutinga, bwe twali tusomanga bakuwa ennaku 3 3 si nnyingi, terwabanga lumu.
Yeah.
Leka lwabanga lumu. So they give you one day for shooting and everything, and they provide what they can, because it's not a sponsored school. It's a
man-made. Is it man-made or man-handled? Okay. Yeah.
Muntu bwannachewa.
Yeah.
Yewayo n'agamba kayambe abantu, though you pay some little money for facilitation. For example, hiring cameras, sound, blah blah blah. So bw'aba akukoledde akantu akato n'abagamba mbawadde oba emitwalo 5 njagala movie ku desk yange, definitely you have to bring it.
Yeah.
Oba okwata muzizo, oba tozikwatamu, oba okozesa zaakuwadde, but then you have to transport the actors, you have to give them lunch, you have to, mwenyigiriza mwenna ne mulaba nga mukoze kye mulina okukola. So I've worked on low budget movies, and thank God I'm now at is it high end? Not high end per se, but at least it's somewhere. And I'm so glad with the movie industry, with the way, with the line it's taking, because at least life is not the way it used to be. At least you can find filmmakers being respected somewhere. They're like, okay, oyo mukozi wa film. Nga n'endabika y'omulaba ali bulungiko. But back then, omuntu okugamba nti oli mukozi wa film ng'obanga omunaku asembayo. But at the moment, people brag about it. Oli n'avaayo n'agamba nze, what puts food on my table is
filming.
Filming, yeah. What puts food on my table is because I'm an actor or because I'm a sound person, and people have abana bezimbye mucho.
Yeah.
For example, at my workplace, you will find the crew, the parking lot full of crew cars.
Wow,
okay,
that's good.
Wow.
Nga sibya birimu agiranga kamera zagira mbuveera.
And then again, the equipment itself.
Yeah.
Ne equipment to advancing.
You're advanced. Yeah.
Yes, we are step higher.
Yeah.
There are so many beautiful cameras on board that you can get anytime.
By the way, about that, cameras. Which cameras do you recommend someone to use as a DOP? Kubanga?
It depends on your wallet.
Okay.
It depends on your wallet. Any camera is beautiful, I would say.
Yeah.
As long as you do not have these small Canons, I'm sorry. But any camera is
Canon
beautiful. Canon entono ziveewo. Let's start with...
Tutandikire ku which kuba waliwo zi D90, waliwo zi 70.
Tutandikire mu C... there is that C series of 300. I remember I used to fantasize about them back in the days. Ngaza kajja. They're those beautiful cameras. And yes, it is C300 and C500. They're very beautiful and they've been upgraded to at least fight with black magics.
Okay.
Not so really fighting like real fight, but at least if you give them the beautiful lenses and lighting, you can at least be somewhere.
Okay.
So I think if you use those cameras for the low budget, you go for those see something. Then for the high budget, you go for the black magic. Black magic, at least it gives a standard picture. That will, because at the moment we work on pleasing Mnet, because they are our highest purchasers. They batwala kati ku Ugandan market. They batwala film ku sente zegasa Mnet. That is multi-choice. And their standard kubeera na waaka ng'afulumidde ku mutindo gwabwe. Kati ate omutindo gwabwe ogwo gutandikira mu zi black magic. Kati bw'onoofulumya waaka ng'ali ku kamera buno bukanoni buno obutono obwaffe obwasookawo butwezimbe ojja kwesanga bakutadde eri ku channel endala etali nnyo
kale etafulumya nnyo good work.
Nti when you watch when you watch DSTV, there is African Magic Family, there is African Magic Urban, there is African Magic Showcase, there are so many African Magics. But you'll find that the content you find on every channel is totally different. And you'll if you dig deeper, you'll know that each content is paid differently. Tibano jabasanga baina ekifaananyi bannayenga kibi era nga gye bali wabi. They're like, okay, who watches this? Ng'era abamulaba be basasula emitwalo 5,500.
So is it the same as Pearl Magic Prime and Pearl Magic Local?
I believe, because when you look at Pearl Magic itself, you look at the content on Pearl Magic and the content on Pearl Magic Prime, there's a slight difference in imaging. Regardless of being the fact that they are both, I don't know if they're both HD channels, but for Pearl Magic Prime, HD. But still, the movies balaga ku Pearl Magic Prime, they were a little bit different from the movies on Pearl Magic or Pearl Magic Local. So that is the difference. If you really want to gain out of your content, use beautiful cameras for beautiful pictures. Yeah.
It's the hub as usual. Today we have someone who is very, very special and moreover a DOP who is a lady. Ladies back in the days they were taken to be bakazi bawaka bakola gwa kufumba mmere, but we have a lady olwaleero mukazi mufumbo, mukazi akwata kamera abadde ku set esawa zinatugamba yevuga. Yes,
nevugawa
nanyiti
nevuga dompayiriza bajja kuza ku street bankuba amayinja.
So nanyiti Hajara, we talked about cameras and the different cameras that are on set. Hajara, right now as a DOP, would you wish to redo some work that you did back in the days because of the cameras that are around?
Yes, and yes. I would love my former boss, who is still my boss, Omumbe Jamari Mdagire, to grant me the rights and we redo either Jeros or Auntie. Because after watching what I do now, and after seeing the new cameras on board, I think I can perform better than how I did. Though sometimes it is not good to redo what you did, because it is through that others learn from. For example, bw'otunuulira waka wange bwe nakoledda, for example, ba auntie, I wouldn't want to talk about the elements, the things I don't want about it, but muye bw'omutunuuliramu oba olaba nga waliwo ensobi I would have done this better, I would have done this better, I would have, ng'olaba you can do better. Kyavaayo at that moment, in those years. By the moment bamuteekayo bati ku screen, anyuma, because the drama was good, the picture was fine, but not the best. So I would wish to have a better one, which is impossible.
Because of the budgeting and all that?
Not really, it's a done deal. I think we have better things in the cupboard. Yeah.
So there are more trending things below the Jamasa.
I think there are better stories to tell. And there are good stories, yes, those ones that I did. But I believe there are better options. So I just pray one day I sit with her and we do something magnificent. Other than that.
So Hajara, storyboards.
Storyboards, it depends on the director. Because ojja kwesanga nga badirector ba Uganda abasinga achapula. Akuwa script akugamba tujja kola fenna n'akubookinga, yes. N'amala n'akugamba story yino ngenda gikuweereza, script ngenda gikuweereza ku Monday.
Yeah. But
we'll be shooting on Friday. So definitely you as a DOP or a cinematographer or a camera person, the head camera person, you start visualizing your images and everything, your frames.
Yeah.
So, because when you're doing storyboards, you have to sit with your director in most cases. Because sometimes I'll give you a frame and you will not like it. I'll send you, wano tugenda kutandika ne cutaway, tugende mu close up, tugende mu wide, tugende mu medium, blah blah blah. So I might do my storyboard that way, and you would want to start with a wide. So it is better you sit with a director and you agree on which shots you're going to take. Then from there, maybe if you have time, you start drawing your storyboard. If you do not have time, you work on templates. For example, nenda kuja teko no camera teko wide ngabe muchikoze. Teko wide teko wano I'm done.
Okay.
Or else nenda kusoka mbele wange nkube storyboard njilete director bwaja approving, we follow it. But in most cases, because I think that works more on
professional sets.
Abantu bayisa maaso bajja kungoba ku mulimu. All sets are professional.
Okay.
Unless something bad happens, that's when you quote them out that bali professional. But to me, all sets are professional. Because your professional might not be my professional. His professional is not his professional. So it really depends on what you think professional is. But my say was, bobo no kola storyboard, chikole, naye tojikola ku series, because series is...
They change.
No, not changing per se. It is on speed. Twenza kungamba nti bakuweereza call sheet leero ekiro. Nga ne script zazze kosa ggulo. Ate osule ng'otunula ng'okuba storyboard. It is kind of impossible. Ate nkyokeera ogende, ate was presenting it, yet ku TV bazaagala, episode bazaagala in the next 3 days edited. Kwegamba, it's kind of hard. So if you have time, please use the storyboards. They're really nice. But if you don't have time and you're sure about your framing, go ahead without them.
According to storyboards and the aspect of identifying locations, how do you handle location scouting?
I would love to go with the production team, with my lights person, my sounds person for preparations. Sound not per se, but then you have to take him. For example, when you're wali noising, ayetaga the paddings and all that. I would rather go with my sound person, my director, my productions manager, and my lights person. Did I mention him already?
Yeah.
Lights, sound, director, and productions manager.
Naye assistant director mwinenge gye muteeka emabbali eriwe muti.
Kubanga assistant director akolera ku biragiro bya director.
Okay.
And
so wabeera oli n'oli wabeera.
Okujjawo nga director agenda kugamba nti by the powers vested in me, nkwambaza ekitiibwa. Na handinga over ye nadda wali n'atuula. That is when the assistant director comes in. But I can agree with the assistant director nti ngenda kukola frame bweti ne bweti. Ate assistant director n'agikkiriza. Director najja n'agingobya. So I would rather deal with the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mwali muyombyeko ne director. Ku set. Oba asisikale assistant director. Yadde? Lwaki?
Kubanga bwe twali tusoma ku Mufa Park. Bwe tusomebwa Mariam Lege Film Performing Arts Center. Kye basooka okutuyigiza discipline.
Yeah.
Second of all, there is a hierarchy in filmmaking. Nti nze ngenda okujja nga director mukama wange waali nendyoka nzirako nze DOP ne kulyoka kuddako assistant director kati abaddako awo sibamanyi naye out of respect for everyone you welcome everyone's opinion Then after welcoming it, you sit down. Mugamba nedda kino tekijja kukola. But at the end of the day, the assistant director and the director have the powers to agree with you or not. So gwe ne bw'onoogamba nti nze frame yange njagala wano nga ye agambye ajagala wali, regardless of how beautiful this place is, you'll have to choose his place. Maybe later, after shooting what he wants, you can tell him, you know what, ka shootingeko ne kali tulabe bwe kanaabeera eri mu editing. So you do it for your sake. Ela, it is called the DOP's take. So you do it for the love of you. Yeah? Naye nga it is not nga ki kuyombya anyway.
Awo wennyini baali baganyeko kusasula oba all sets that you worked on bakusasula?
Bansasula.
Okay. So for someone who is out there, omugamba otya nga muwala oba mulenzi, specifically the ladies, is it a good job?
Yes, it is.
What shows?
Because I'm happy and I love it and I'm contented.
Tebabatyoboola mmwe ng'abakyala?
Era bakutyoboola oyagadde. There are these stories that come by ti nze nengenda ku seti ne bankozesa ne batampa mulimu, oli nansuubiza omulimu n'atagumpa because I'm a woman blah blah blah. First of all, olina okusooka okwejjamu ekyokwekubagiza. Buli bwe wejjukiza nti you're a woman, trust me, they'll use you. Stand on your grounds. Not everything starts with a bed. Yes, I've been there. If I got married, okay, I'm married, yes, but then still bajja ne bagamba nti njagala tukolagane ffenna, bw'omala omugamba nti tugenda kukolagana ffenna kati olwo ensasula. You know I love you. I'm like, okay, but you know I don't mix business with work. So tusalewo tweyagale oba tukole. Kati bw'osalawo ku kimu ku byo negamba naye nno ndi mufumbo. Kale nja kuddira. In most cases they don't get back to me. You're not shutting them off. And you do not put them out there for people to see. And naye director what akwana abantu. Everybody does. And it happens. Human. No, it happens in every industry. Abali ku TV bayikwana n'aba TV. Abali mu masomero, you've had scenarios of lecturers with the students because bebalaba. Yeah, kati oyagala agenda akwane wa mukatale gwatamanyi bwayagala exactly ate nga mukulu munne. There can be a mutual understanding. So it is okokwanibwa, but it is up to you to say yes or no. Kati gwe omuwala ali eyo nga wandyagadde okufuuka camera operator, DOP, photographer, name it, naye nga bakusaba akaliri, it starts with you. If you say yes, definitely bajja kutwala kaliri bakumma omulimu, because ojja kwekanga nga bwakola naawe ku film nga 2 olugira nga akwetamwa nga ate anoonyayo omupya gwanakikola. So you just have to be careful with the choices. We have so many choices in this world, but tusobola kuzimalayo zonna. Otoolako n'ogamba kino nkikola, kino sijja kikola, kino nja kikola, kino sijja kikola.
So Nanyiti nga tumaliriza, you talked about life which is different from being a DOP and family life. How do you handle night scenes as a DOP? For example, home, they are calling for you and all that.
No, first of all, I'm so happy and glad that my husband knows the kind of work I do. And the good thing is he's also a photographer.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been in the industry, so he knows what the industry demands. If at all I'm going to work trans night, I communicate early. Because, yeah, I'm a submissive woman. Yeah. So I have to tell him about it. I alert him. Then he knows how to go about with our kids, how to go about with the home. And if he doesn't know something, I direct him how to do it. Then I sleep over. I do not walk at night. Actually, it is his greatest fear. If I do not go with a car, I stay on set. The moment it clocks 10 a.m., I stay on set. Good thing is that where I work from, we have a mansion, and we are lucky. They allow us to sleep over. So I sleep over.
That's wonderful. She has talked about driving, she has talked about living a luxurious life, and much
It's
more.
not.
Ladies and gentlemen, being a DOP is quite an awesome job. She drives, she lives luxuriously,
Wow.
and much more that she has not talked about here. And let's stop there. Let's wind up and say goodbye. It's the Enclave Media Hub. I am your host, Somadim.